Hi my dear students, welcome back to new session. Today I am going to start with one new chapter, number is 8. The chapter name is Human Health and Diseases, one of the easy chapter in the 12th, right? Put the heading, chapter name is, chapter number 8, name is Human Health and Diseases, one of the easy chapter in 12th. The weightage of this chapter according to the Karnataka board blueprint here is given 8 marks. Okay. So in that 8 marks, one question is 5 mark question and one question is 3 mark question. One question is 5 mark question and one question is 3 mark question, right? Next, in case of competition exam, most probably we can guess only one question, and that one question also we can easily guess. The way of asking of question in the competition exam is, which of the following disease is a bacterial disease, which of the following disease is not a protozoan disease, and sometime he will give the symptoms of disease, then you have to find out which of the pathogen that one is, either it is bacteria or protozoa or virus. So that is actually a way of asking of question in this chapter, right? And sometime we can guess 2 questions also. The second question, it is coming from immune system, immunity system, right? So this is actually weightage of the chapter in theory as well as competition exam, right? Let us enter into the chapter. The first definition of the health. What is health? According to the NCERT, it is considered as it was a state of body and mood, body and mind, where they are balanced in certain where there was balance of certain humors, nothing but certain mood, right? So this is actually earlier definition which is given by Greek like a Hippocrates as well as Indian Ayurvedic system. So this definition is earlier definition in Greek, like which is asserted by Hippocrates as well as Indian Ayurvedic system, Indian Ayurveda system also assert this definition, right? And later, the scientists are normally noticed that some persons are suffering from the black bile. The black bile personality is belong to very hot. So they thought that it would be a fever, right? Later, here the black bile person or personality is belong to very hot. So they thought that it would be a fever. So the fever word is came like that, right? And the latter it was proved by William Harvey. He's proved that. So he proved that you can good humor hypothesis, and is proved that good humor hypothesis as well as like a demonstrated by using of thermometer. By using of thermometer is demonstrated that good humor as well as bad humor, nothing but normal. By using of thermometer is demonstrated that the body normal temperature, good humor is 37 degrees Celsius, right? If the body temperature is more than 37 degrees Celsius, we can consider it is fever. It is fever. Later, he has also discovered the blood circulation. He has also discovered blood circulation, right? Later, the definition of health. In biology, it states that generally our mind, it is going to influence through neuron system. Our mind is influenced through neuron system and endocrine glands or system, right? And as well as immunity system also, it can play a great role to maintain the health. So hence we can call like mental health as well as mind and mental health, they affect the health, right? In biology, it states that generally our mind influenced through nervous system and endocrine glands, right? And also immunity system, it can play a great role in maintain the health, right? So hence we can call mind as well as mental health, as well as mind and mental state, it affect the health. Next, health is affected by health is affected by, and you know that very well, health is affected by normal reasons. The first reason is genetical disorders, and second one is infections, and third one is personal diet. They can see food habit, having of food, water, hygiene. So this also be one of the reasons of effect of health, right? The first reason is what? The first reason is genetical disorders. It is the first reason, right? It is going to more affect the individuals in phenotype expressions as well as physically, and morphological also going to change. For example, here we can write mutations also. Mutations also can affect the health. Some mutations are favor to the favor, and some mutations are not favor, right? And like chromosomal aberrations, it is going to more affect the human health. Like syndromes are appeared. In the last classes you already learned that what they are, like a monosomic condition, nullisomic, like Down syndrome, like this all are first reason. And second reason is here infections. Second reason is what? Infection. It is also, you know, that infections like pathogens, bacteria, virus, fungi, helminthes, protozoans, these all are infections by, just write only one word, pathogens. Later we will write the definition of pathogen. Okay. And third one is here the maintain the personal hygiene, as well as like having of the person is having food, it is depend upon food and pure water and habits, as well as like drugs, cigarette, alcohol. So these all also going to affect the health, right? So beside that, here especially having of excess food also, as well as sleepless, it is also can affect the health, right? These are the common reasons for common reasons. That's actually what is exactly health. Definition of health exactly here, it means the health, it is doesn't mean that absent of disease or physical fitness. Health, it doesn't mean that absent of disease or physical fitness. It could be defined, it states that the complete physical and mental and social well-being, in that person we can call as the person is healthy, right? Health means, it doesn't mean that, it doesn't mean absence of disease, absence of disease or physical fitness, right? And it could be said, and it could be stated that complete physical and mental and social well-being, right? So this is actually complete definition of health. This is actually complete definition of what? Health. Then if the person is physically fit as well as mentally fit, then what happen? If the person is physically fit as well as mentally fit, it can efficiently work. So due to that, what happen in one company, in any one sector, the product is going to increase. Productivity, it is gradually going to increase, right? If productivity is increased, automatically the company to consider like the economic state of it going to increase. Economic state of the country, it is also going to rise, right? And as well as, so this physical fitness as well as the mental health, it is increase the lifespan. It increase the lifespan of individual. Lifespan of one individual, and also decrease the mortality of infant and maternal mortality, it is going to decrease, right? How to maintain the good health? How to maintain good health? For good health, right? For good health, first reason here, we have to take balance diet, right? What is balanced diet? Balanced diet is a combination of carbohydrate, proteins and lipids. It should be present. Then we can call it as a balanced diet, right? Balanced diet, it should be combination of carbohydrates. It should be combination of carbohydrates and some amount of proteins also should be present in the daily meal, as well as some amount of lipids, vitamins, as well as minerals should be present. So then only we can call as what? That is a balanced diet. Simple, it's a combination of carbohydrate, protein, lipid, vitamins and minerals. So that's why it should be, we have to include milk as well as egg, right? So this is a first step. By this we can maintain the good health. And second one is maintain personal hygiene, right? If you are not maintaining personal hygiene, the chances is to suffer from especially allergies, fungal diseases, allergies, the chances is there. Second. And third one is, so while having of food, so for that we have to done exercise also, a regular exercise also be needed to the body, So during this, what happen? If you have taken more amount of carbohydrate or lipids, they are going to burn, right? Next, and fourth one here, we said the regular the exercise for what? To the body, and for mental, it is yoga. Yoga, it is needed for mental health. Right? And also the person should be know the awareness regarding diseases and their effect. Right? They have to know, the persons have to know regarding diseases, little have awareness regarding diseases and their effect. The next one is here immunity as well as vaccination for time to time, especially in the children. Vaccination is very important to maintain the good health, right? And beside that, here wastages during the normal in home or in factories, normal wastages are formed. So how to disposal of this waste? Proper disposal of wastages. Proper disposal of waste. For example, so wastages from home or hospitals or factories, so we have to dispose these home wastages or hospital and factories wastages in one safe form, right? Next, beside this, also maintain hygienic food as well as water. Maintain hygienic food and water. Most of the diseases are spread to having of contaminated water or stored food, right? And next one, and the last one is here, it is also one of the important here, that one is control the disease spread vectors. Control the disease spread vectors. For example, mosquitoes, flies. So if you control the mosquitoes population number, ultimately we can going to control the malaria, right? So that's why controlling of the disease spread vector also it is best option. So by this we can maintain a good health, right? Next, disease. Disease means what? What the exact definition, right? Normally, if the person functions, or one functions or more than organ function or organ system functions are adversely disturbed, then it is going to lead some symptoms. Okay, then we can call as the person may be suffering from the disease. Simple here. In this case, the person may be one or more function of organ or organ systems are adversely affected. So they are not going to perform their function well. Well, then what happen? It leads to weakness, right? And here it is going to lead some symptoms. Group of symptoms like vomiting, fever, headache, like this. Then in such case we can call as the person is suffering from disease. Right? So here diseases mostly caused by pathogens. Right? And the diseases we can divide into two types. General topic. Diseases we can divide into two subclasses. One is infectious disease, one is non-infectious disease. One is what? Infectious disease. Second one is non-infectious diseases. And you know definition is what? What is infectious? What is non-infectious? Here the disease is transmitted from one person to another person by sharing of object or glasses or like, right? That is called as what? Infectious disease. It is the disease is transmitted from one person to another person through what? Through object or by touching or shake hands like this, right? It is called as what? Infection disease. Like infection diseases are, for example, influenza, it means common cold. Nowadays you can say, example, also you can write coronavirus, and as well as HIV diseases, like number of diseases are. Second one is non-infectious. Non-infectious, right? Here these are like, for example, cancer or cystic fibrosis, right? Or diabetes mellitus, or cardiovascular diseases, and mineral deficiency diseases or lack of protein deficiency diseases, which are not transmitted from one person to another persons, right? So these are coming under what? Non-infectious disease. Okay, so let's write some note regarding pathogens. What are the pathogens? Pathogen means what? So these are the microorganisms which have the capacity to interfere the normal activities, right? Pathogens are mostly what? Microorganisms, which are what? Like bacteria, fungi, virus, protozoans. So these all are the microorganisms which have the capacity to cause diseases to individuals, right? So first what happened? First these pathogens generally they entered into the host. How they are going to enter into the host? With the help of by having food or water. Okay. The latter they are going to choose one particular location for replication. They are going to increase their number in maybe in liver, in spleen, in small intestine. They are going to choose one particular location for replication. Gradually the pathogen number is increased within the host. Later these pathogens are going to spread from one location to another location. Now gradually they are going to affect the functions of individual or function of host. Gradually they are going to affect the functions. It going to lead the symptoms or morphological symptoms or some are physiological symptoms have appeared, right? So this is actually regarding pathogens. These pathogens are what? Mostly ectoparasites or endoparasites. So these are maybe survive on the host or in the host, which are surviving in within the host, such are called as what? Parasites. So mostly pathogens are parasite. Mostly what? Pathogens are what? Parasite. And these parasites actually they can easily survive in within the host or host environment, and they can easily learn how to survive in such adverse conditions. For example, one pathogen it is entered into the small intestine or nothing but stomach, enter into the stomach, and this pathogen is already known that how to survive in such an internal environment of host, because in stomach generally intestine here nearly less pH is there, as well as number of digestive enzymes are there, digestive enzymes are there. Okay. Now after some time the pathogen it is easily learned from how to survive this pH activity and how to survive from this digestive enzymes. Okay. So for that it is easily apt. It is going to easily apt to internal environment of host. So like it is going to survive in adverse conditions also, right? Let's test some common bacterial diseases. Common bacterial diseases. In NCERT they are given regarding only two diseases is given. One is typhoid and second one is pneumonia is given. So first we are going to discuss regarding typhoid. So the typhoid disease which is caused by bacteria, the bacteria name is Salmonella typhimurium or Salmonella typhi or Salmonella typhimurium, right? So this bacteria which is gram-negative bacteria. Bacteria are mainly two types, gram-positive as well as gram-negative. Most of the cases positive bacteria are not going to cause disease. Gram-negative bacteria are going to cause to the disease to the individuals, right? This gram-negative bacteria which is entered into the host through either food or water, through contaminated water, mainly contaminated water and also food, right? Now it is the Salmonella typhibacterium, it is mainly affect on small intestine, right? So when it is reached the small intestine, it is going to choose one suitable place for replication. You know that gradually the number is increased. Which number? Bacteria number is increased. Later through blood which is travel from one location to another location, right? Next, what are the symptoms of this typhoid? Symptoms of typhoid disease. So mainly the symptoms, normal symptoms are like fever, the body temperature is nearly, normal temperature is 37, in this case 39 to 40 or 42 degrees Celsius to increase it, and headache, body pains, vomiting, these all are the normal symptoms. And here one symptoms we can notice that here pink color or red spots are appeared on the chest, right? It is also one of the symptoms. In some cases what happen, in some cases here it means WBC cells, WBC cell number is gradually decreased, right? It is also one of the symptoms. And here one more symptom is, if in some several cases intestine perforation, it is going to lead very serious and cause a death also. The intestine is going to, right, due to that small pores are formed in intestine, which is severe condition, the person is going to death, right? So this is actually symptoms of typhoid. So if you focus on bacteria, this is Salmonella bacteria, Typhimurium, this is Nagdo bacteria, which is containing these are flagellate. So here which is containing two types of antigens, one is O type of antigens and a H type of antigens, right, which is more effective to the human. First, second, the question is how it is going to survive within the small intestine, because the body is made up of, especially the outer layer is made up of lipopolysaccharides, LPS we can call as lipopolysaccharides. So which is going to give the protection, from enzymes, from digestive enzymes. So that's why the bacteria, it can easily survive in such a internal environment of the host, right? Next one is diagnosis. How to diagnosis? So here when the symptoms are appeared gradually, like 40 degree temperatures and mainly headache, weakness, then in such after 4 hour week, if you consult the doctor, he done with a serology, blood test. Okay, the test name is Widal test, right? Widal test for only for typhoid. Here it is an interaction of antigen and antibody interaction to form as one complex is formed. Then we can, if the complex is formed, then the doctor will say you got positive, he is suffering from the typhoid fever, right? Next, here after completion of this typhoid symptoms, this is a time to discuss regarding typhoid Mary. Here is Mary Malone, right? He is a lady. Actually, she is professional. He is cook by professionally, right? She is preferred the food for some companies or for like, right? Actually, she is already suffering from typhoid. So she is act as typhoid vector typhoid vector for several years through food, she is prepared food. So this contaminated food is supplied to the workers. Like she is several years she is act as a vector. It means the disease is transmitted from prepared food to the healthy persons. So that's why the Mary Malone, it is also called as typhoid Mary. Okay. So this is actually some general information regarding one of the bacterial disease. Next bacterial disease is pneumonia disease. Next bacterial disease what? Pneumonia disease. Pneumonia, which is caused by bacterial disease. It is bacterial disease. So which bacteria is caused the pneumonia disease? Streptococcus pneumonia as well as Haemophilus influenza. So these two bacteria which are caused the pneumonia disease. The bacteria name is what? Streptococcus pneumonia. It is one bacteria, and also Haemophilus influenza. So these two bacteria which are caused the pneumonia disease, right? And these two bacteria mainly affect the lungs. In lungs, especially air sacs. Air sacs are what? Air filled sacs, nothing but alveoli. Here, air filled sacs, nothing but alveoles are become as fluid sacs. That become as fluid filled sacs. Okay, so this is actually main effect of Streptococcus pneumonia bacteria. So due to that, it going to lead a respiratory disorders. Mainly, it is going to lead respiratory disorders. Okay. Next, if you notice the symptoms of pneumonia disease is symptoms. The normal symptoms are the first, as usual, like little fever and headache, little fever and nervous, body pains. Like these are the normal symptoms. But one more symptoms we can notice generally due to the in several cases, like lower lips as well as fingers of nails, they are going to turn to blue colored, which are lower lips or lower lip as well as fingers of nails, they get turned to from brown color to blue colored. So this is actually one of the main symptom of pneumonia in several cases, right? Next, here the disease is a respiratory problem. It is going to cause a respiratory, and it is a infectious disease, right? So in this case, generally the healthy person is going to infected by having or inhaling of droplets or aerosols which is released by infected persons. And also sharing of object, shake hands as well as utensils, it is also one method to spreading of disease. Here the healthy person may affected by inhaling inhaling of droplets and as well as droplets and aerosols of infected person, right? This is one reason. And also sharing of objects like glasses or like some objects, so which is also going to also one of the method to transmit the disease from one person to another person, right? Okay, so this is actually only two diseases are given in the NCERT. The first one is typhoid and second one is pneumonia is given. In the next class we are going to discuss some more information regarding bacterial disease, different types of bacterial disease we are going to discuss in next class. Okay, thank you all of you.